I talked about XCN when it was 1/4 of a penny, 0.0025 cents. I put it out to the newsletter. I said, hey, look, I've invested in this. And then it dropped to 0.002 cents. And I go, I think I would look at this. Then it rose up to 0.003 cents. And then I loaded up. Okay. I wanted to do everything honestly and with integrity. So I told everyone I bought a little bit. It went down. I told everyone, hey, this is what I bought. Some people thought I was trying to pump my bags. They're clueless. When it went up significantly on a percentage basis to 0.003, I loaded up. Then we just sat and waited for a couple weeks, and all of a sudden traction started picking up because volume was picking up. And then all of a sudden the news stories came out, and this project started really running. All these amazing news stories are coming out. Oh my gosh, and boom, 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 it's going all the way up. And in April, or no, sorry, was it early March or end of February? Just go look through all my videos and you're gonna see a video that I put out. And I said, this is bad news for XCN. And by that point, people had already made 2,200%. It was at almost a little over 4.5 cents. And I said, they just did this deal with Justin Sun. And all this time I'm trying to, I was texting back and forth, not texting, but direct messaging on X with the team of XCN, looking for new news to cover and all that stuff because we were super excited. And I said, look, I want to know who you guys are. I'd like to interview. They said no to an interview. I kept everything, screenshotted everything, right? Because I sort of starting to see the writing on the wall. They're not doxing themselves. Who are these guys creating this project? And so at the time with the deal with Justin Sun, when Justin Sun accused them of being frauds, and no joke, within 24 hours, guys, do me a favor, type 100 if you remember all of this happening last spring. Within 24 hours of Justin Sun accusing them of fraud, and I believe HTX, the big exchange, they turned around and said they'd struck a deal with Justin Sun to do a deal. And I said, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. And I came out and I did this video. I said, this is bad news. And people were cursing at me, yelling at me. I was the biggest idiot, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? And who am I to think that they should be having me interview them? It's because I was one of the largest investors and I know what's going on in some crypto circles. With them not doxing themselves, I said, and this deal with Justin Sun, I said, look, I'm taking 50% off the table. And I announced that to everyone. Free video around the world. And for a few days, that price held over 4 cents. The only people that saw that were the people that watched that video. I bet you that video got like 80,000 views. And then it started a slow downward spiral, just slowly, slowly, slowly. And at a certain point, I actually told my trading group, it got all the way down to under a penny. I said, look, when it gets to these prices at a penny and under, let's start buying it up. And another cycle started again with them coming out with all this news about Goliath and all this incredible stuff. It took off again and my traders made money. And I held on to the other half until just 2 weeks ago. I'd still owned half of my entire stack.